Hello friends, today I'm going to present a short video on how to make CAD models in SolidWorks. SolidWorks is a solid modeling computer program. There are other CAD softwares like CATIA, Inventor, Fusion 360. The idea is not only to learn a CAD software, but also learn how we can convert a sketch of 2D to a 3D object. And in doing so, we are going to follow a design intent. Design intent is a method used in CAD design that defines a relationship between objects so that a change to one propagates automatically to others. Like say this is the main bearing journal for the crankshaft, and if tomorrow the requirement changes and we need to change the dimension of this part, this geometry, then this crank pin journal, this counterweight, the profile for this should get rebuilt automatically. We don't need to build it from the start again. So let's begin. We'll go to file, take a new part, and it's always better to save your part. Just giving it a name, and just go to the tools tab. We are going to define a variable, a global variable, and name it as main journal bearing dia. We'll give it a dia of 50 millimeter. You can define more than one global variable as per the requirement. Go to the right plane, sketch, select a circle, take this origin as center, draw a circle, take the smart dimension, and press equal to. From this global variable, just select this one. There is a sigma sign which signifies that this dimension is related to the global variable. Okay, just exit Sketcher and go to this extruded boss base and extrude it up to a depth of 30 millimeter. Okay, now just go to this tab and drop it down, and we'll keep this temporary axis on because we need it in designing other parts. Okay, now let's say this is a main journal bearing, and this is for V12 engine. V12 engine is a 12-cylinder piston engine where two bank of 6-cylinder are arranged in a V configuration around a common crankshaft. So we need 7 numbers of this main journal bearing. So we'll just do a linear pattern of this. Just select this linear pattern, and for direction take this axis and also reverse this direction. We'll keep a span of 90 millimeter, and this is 7 number of linear patterns we need, and number of patterns we need, and just select OK. Now we see that this part failed. Let's check what happened. Just right click and go and edit this. We can see we are trying to linearly translate features and faces, but SolidWorks failed to do that. So we don't need to do linear translation of feature and faces. When we are trying to linearly translate a extruded body, then just select a body, and for this body tab, just go and select this, and also reverse the direction and keep 7 number. Okay, sorry, we don't need this. We need only one direction. Okay, now we need a plane for the crankpin journal. Just go to this reference geometry plane, select this face, this plane get constrained in the middle. Okay, right click on this plane and select sketch. Now press the space bar and go to the normal view. Okay, now take a circle and draw a circle over here. Give it a smart dimension of just press equal to global variable main journal bearing dia and multiply it with a factor of 0.8. Every dimensions we'll try to keep it related with the main journal bearing dia. Okay, and also give a smart dimension between this center, means the center distance as equal to global variable this multiplied by a factor of 0.8. Okay, now select this and exit from the sketcher. Now just extruded boss base and drop this down and keep mid plane and do it 20 millimeter extrusion depth. Yes, it's done. Now we are going to sketch the profile of the counterweight. counterweight should be equal of the weight of rotating mass and equal half the weight of reciprocating mass. Now just go to this plane, right click, sketch, go to normal view, take a circle and hover on this, take your mouse and hover on this outer dia, you will get the center. Draw a circle and take the center, draw a bigger circle. Okay, now take smart dimension and give it a dimension of equal to, we are going to follow the design intent and multiply it with a factor of 0.98. Take a smart dimension again, equal to, and multiply with a factor of 3. Okay, now drop this down and take a center line, join both this center. We will need this center line for doing some mirror. Take a line, draw a line in this way. Okay, now select this point by pressing the control button and keep a relation horizontal. We want it at a horizontal elevation, this line. Okay, this sign says that it is horizontally aligned. Okay, now take the smart dimension and we want a angle of say 120 degrees. Good. Yes, take a line and draw a line. Okay, press escape to escape from that line view and select this line, select the circle and make a relation tangent. We want a tangent relation. Okay, and select the trim button. Let's see if it has extruded. Yes, you can see. Just left click and drag this portion. It will get deleted, and again on this end also left click and drag. Now press this check mark, mirror entities, select this line. Okay, wait 1 second, we have forgotten one dimension. Go to smart dimension and make an angle of say 5 degree. Okay, 5 degrees, good. Now just go to mirror entities, select this part which we want to mirror and mirror about this center line. Okay, this is a symmetric relation. We want a tangent relation over here. Press control, select this circle and this line and go to tangent. Okay, now take this trim button, select this trim button and trim off this extra part. Just left click and drag, this will go away. We don't require this, and this part also. The sketch profile is complete. For the counterweight, the sketch profile is complete. Now just go to features, extruded boss, and drop this down and select up to surface. We want this extrusion up to the surface of this main journal bearing. Okay, and uncheck this merge result. Because we want this counterweight as a single entity, we will have to do a mirror of this counterweight across this plane. We don't want to merge this entity to this main journal bearing or this crankpin journal. We want this as a separate entity for doing the mirror, or else this mirror will fail. Okay, just check mark and now do mirror. Go to mirror and mirror face plane, select this face plane. Now select OK. This part fails. What happened is that we are trying to mirror the features to mirror, but we don't want the features to mirror, we want a body to get mirrored. Okay, so in bodies to mirror, just go and select this part and now select OK. So this is done. Now we will have to do a linear translation of this counterweight into these gaps. Okay, so before that we'll have to do a boolean operation, because these three means this counterweight and this crankpin journal and this mirror part, this are three different entities. We'll have to do addition operation. We have a combine tool over here. If you don't get the combine tool over here, just go to insert, features, combine. Okay, there are three operations: add, subtract, common. Common means intersection, add and subtract you can understand. In bodies tab, just go and select these three parts and just select OK. Now you can see that this has combined to a single entity. Now we can do a linear translation easily. Just go to linear pattern, select the axis as the direction, select this axis as direction. Okay, and make it 6. Okay, 6 are required. And just uncheck this features and faces, go to bodies tab and select this body. It will be done. Now the crankshaft is more or less complete, but we will have to maintain the firing order. The firing event occurs in a degree of 120 degree apart from each other, so we'll have to rotate this counterweight by 120 degree. SolidWorks provides a very powerful tool for this also, like we can use the move copy bodies. If you don't get it over here, just go to insert features and move and copy bodies. In the move and copy bodies, select this body which you want to copy or move, and don't if it is checked, just uncheck it, because we don't want to copy this body, we want to translate it or rotate it, but here we don't want a translation, or we need a rotation. So for rotation, just select the axis as rotation. You can select the Z axis also, and let me see in which direction it is rotated. It is rotated in the clockwise direction when we see from this face. Okay, just to give it a rotation of 240 degree. Okay, 240 degree is good. Now if you want to repeat the last operation, just press enter, and the last operation of move and copy is got repeated. Just select on this body, go to the rotational tab and select this axis, and again do a rotation of 240 degree. Okay, it is done. Now again press enter for this counterweight. For axis, just select this one and give it a rotation of say 120 degree. Okay, and again repeat the last operation. Just go to this rotate tab, select this axis and give it a rotation of again 120 degree. Now this is complete. Okay, but I just want you to show all the some of the other tools, like suppose we have forgotten to do one operation on this counterweight. Now we have forgotten to do a machining operation on this counterweight, we have forgotten to do fillets and all. Now we will have to perform it on all the counterweight? No, we can use the power of SolidWorks. Just drag this history tree up to this portion, pos extrude 3, and now whatever operations will be performed on this body will get copied to other bodies. Okay, we want to perform a machining operation. Let me check the plane. It will be front plane. Okay, just a front plane, right click, sketch, and if you don't get this orientation tab, just press space bar, go to normal view and create a profile. I'm creating an arbitrary profile. Just make a triangle. Okay, just go to smart dimension and give it a dimension of, let's say 40 millimeter is good, and this one let's say 4 millimeter. Okay, just check this and exit from the sketcher. After exiting, we need a revolve cut. For revolve cut, we'll select this axis. Just go to revolve cut and select the axis of revolution as this one, and uncheck this auto select. We want to select the bodies on which we want to perform the machining operation. This will be the body, only the counterweight we want to machine, not this main journal bearing. Okay, this is done. Now we want to perform some fillet operation in the edges. Just select this, just select the fillet first, give it a fillet of say 2 millimeter is good. Select the edges on which you want the fillet. Okay, select this edge, and done. Now we can do one more operation. Just slide it down up to combined portion, and we can give a fillet on these two edges. Okay, as it has combined, we want a fillet on the intersection of these two edges, on the crank pin journal and this counterweight intersection. Okay, just go to fillet, and a 2 millimeter fillet is already given. Just select this edge and select this edge. Okay, this is done. Now just drag this history tree, and you will see that everything has been, all the operations which we have done on this counterweight has got copied and performed on all this linear translated bodies. Okay, see, now if you want to add some material on it, just go to this appearances scenes, just go to this appearances and go to metal. For crankshaft we prefer steel, and that also carbon steel because it's a forged part. Just give it carbon steel. It's looking good, I think. Go to this drop down and just turn this off, and also the planes will look good. Okay. I just want to change this material to plain carbon steel. It will look nicer. Yes. Now the design intent. Just if you want to change the diameter of this main journal bearing and see how this part get auto adjusted, just go to the equation tab, right click, manage equations, and see everything is related with the main journal bearing diameter. Only the with some factors, multiplied with some factors. Just change this part, make it say 40. Okay, you can see everything got auto adjusted, and you can see how this part has changed. Okay, as we have followed the design intent. Let us keep it 50 right now. Okay. Okay, if you want to create a drawing from this part, like a sketch drawing as engineering drawing or something, just go to the file, go to make drawing from part, and select this drawing. Okay, for engineering drawing I'll keep it A3 ISO. Yes, this is good. Okay, see, this was the name of our body, crank copy. You can give it any name you want. Okay, now just go to model view and browse, select the crank copy which we have created. This is the front view, this is the right side view. Top view is not required, just go for isometric projection. Okay, and press escape button. Okay, now you can see this is the front view, side view, and also the isometric view. Okay, if you want to give some dimension, just press right click and go to smart dimension. Holding the control button, you can get a dimension, and on this part you can also give a dimension. Okay, as per your requirement you can do the dimensions. Okay, now this is complete. Okay, this was our crankshaft for a V12 engine. I will just make a request that if you like the video, just give me some suggestion and feedback on it. Thank you. Thanks a lot.